I've been using Hola Prime for the past 60 days and now I'm ready to tell you my honest review. More specifically, first I'm gonna give you an overview of this proffer. Then I'm gonna show you what type of challenges they offer and what are the rules that you need to follow. After that, I'm going to log in my account to give you a tour of the backend and to show you which instruments you can trade and what are the spreads that you can expect to get. And finally, I'm gonna tell you what in my opinion are all the pros and cons about this proffer. If at any point during this video you also would like to try Hola Prime, you can do so by clicking the first link in the video description. And once you get at the checkout page, if you use the discount code STKTRD, like you see right now on the screen, you're always gonna receive a 10% discount on all your challenges, no matter the amount. So, if you're serious about trying Hola Prime, I suggest you follow these steps. And now, let's start with the review. I'm currently on the homepage of Hola Prime and we can immediately see a few of the features that set this proffer apart from all the others. Like for example that they offer 1 hour payouts, they have challenges starting as low as $48, they give you the opportunity to request up to 95% rewards, and if you can prove to be profitable long term, you can get up to $4 million of capital under management. Additionally, Hola Primes has also received multiple awards, like for example Best Newcomer Prop Firms awarded by Funded Trading or Most Trusted Prop Firm awarded by Forex Prop Reviews. Not only that, recently Karl-Anthony, which is an NBA All-Star, has joined Hola Prime as their first brand ambassador and launched the campaign Speedy Success, which is about trading smart, moving fast and winning big. And one of the features of this campaign is the 1 hour payout. In fact, Hola Prime guarantee that you're always gonna get paid in under 60 minutes every single time. And they're able to do it because they are constantly monitoring funded account and calculates the payout at the end of every trading day. In this way, when a trader requests a withdrawals, the payout is already ready, and this ensures a smooth and efficient experience. And if all of this was not enough to convince you that Hola Prime is a reliable and trustworthy proffer, here you can see a few of the traders that have already received a payout and their reviews of the firm. In fact, as you can see, for example, Jeremy received more than $10,000 on her first payout. Melvin, which is a scalper, was paid more than $9,000. Mauricio accumulated more than $9,000 in 4 payouts, and so on. So, as I told you before, Hola Prime is a trustworthy proffer, and they have proven time and time again that if you follow all the rules, you're gonna receive your payout. Lastly, before showing you what type of challenges Hola Prime offer, I would like to briefly talk about their one-on-one coaching session, because this is a feature that I wish more prop firm introduced. In fact, once you join their Discord server, you're gonna be able to book one-on-one calls with professional traders, and a few of the topics that you can cover with them are, for example, in-depth analysis, strategic refinement, risk management mastery, real-time application, and so on. And if we keep scrolling down, we can see their coaches. We have our friend, we have Jenny Barwin, we have Sam, Igor, Mikhail, Walter, and Richard. And I can guarantee you that each one of them has years of experience and they can help you refine your strategies and improve as a trader. As I told you before, if you want to book a consultation with them, you're gonna need to do it through the Discord server of Hola Prime. So I'm currently inside Hola Prime Discord server, and if you want to book a consultation with one of the coaches, you just need to join the server and then scroll down until you find the channel called Trading Coaches. Here, as you can see, you have all the names of the coaches, and let's say that you want to book a call with Igor, you just need to click on his name, and here you're gonna have a Calendly link when you can book a spot on his calendar. But inside Hola Prime Discord server, there is a lot more that you can do. In fact, beside booking the coaches, for example, you can interact with other traders going to the trading arena. In fact, as you can see, this is basically the general chat of Hola Prime Discord server, or you can also go here where it says Life Beyond the Charts, where you can talk with traders about topics that are beyond the charts. And finally, if you go on the payout section here, as you can see, various traders post their payout certificate, and in this case we have this trader that received more than $1,000 and is saying another payout in just 50 minutes. So, as I told you before, Hola Prime is respecting his words and is guaranteeing that you're going to receive your payouts in less than 60 minutes every single time. So, now that I give you an overview of Hola Prime, let's talk about the challenges that they offer and the rules that you need to follow. So, as you can see, currently Hola Prime offer 3 main challenges, which are the Pro Challenge, the Prime Challenge, and the Direct Account. To be honest with you, recently they also added crypto challenges, but they're still not featured in the homepage. But later on, once I log in my account, I'm gonna show you how to can also access those type of challenges. So, when it comes to the Pro Challenge, as you can see, this is the most popular and it starts at just $48. For this specific challenge, you have a leverage of up to 100x. News trading is not allowed during the funded stage, but it is allowed during the challenge phase. Same things when it comes to weekend holding, is not allowed during the funded stage, but it is allowed during the challenge phase. You can get a payout split of up to 95%. You get a 100% challenge fee refund once you get to the funded stage, and you have no time limit to complete the challenge phase. When it comes to the Prime challenge, as you can see here, this is more suitable for swing traders. You have a leverage of up to 30x. News trading is allowed both in the challenge phase and also in the funded stage. Weekend holding is also allowed both in the challenge phase and in the challenge phase. You can get a reward of up to 95%. You receive a 100% challenge fee refund once you get to the funded stage, and also in this case you have no time limit to complete the challenge phase. Lastly, we have the direct account, which is basically an instant funded account, so this means that you skip the challenge phase and you get directly to the funded stage. In this case you have a leverage of up to 30x. You earn rewards from day one, as I told you. You don't have any minimum trading days. You have a maximum rewards of up to 90%. You have no time limit, and you also don't have any profit target. Going into more details, when it comes to one step pro challenges, they are available in multiple balances going from $5,000 till $300,000. You can trade them in MetaTrader 5, DXTrade, CTrader and MatchTrader. And when it comes to payout request, you can get a weekly payout and receive a 65% profit split, a bi-weekly payout with an 80% profit split, and a monthly payout with a 95% profit split. When it comes to the maximum daily loss, in this case is 3%, and what I like is that this percentage is based on the closing balance of the previous day. When it comes to the maximum overall loss is 6% and it is static, so this means that it is based on your initial balance and is not gonna trail you as your balance increase, while the profit target is 10%. When it comes to two-step pro challenges, also in this case the size goes from $5,000 till $300,000. You can use the same exact platform, and also the payout split remain the same. When it comes to the maximum daily loss, in this case is 5%, and also in this case is based on the closing balance of the previous days, while the maximum overall loss is 8%. It is static and it is based on your initial balance. The profit target instead are 8% for phase 1 and 5% for phase 2. When it comes to one step Prime challenge, also in this case the account balance goes from 5,000 till 300,000. You can trade in the same exact platform and the payout request remain the same. In this specific case you have the maximum daily loss, which is 3%, and it is based on the closing balance of the previous days. The maximum overall loss is 6%, it is static and it is based on your initial balance, and the profit target is 10%. When it comes to the two-step Prime challenge, also in this case you have account balance that goes from 5,000 till 300,000. You can trade in the same exact platform and the payout request remain the same. In this case the maximum daily loss is still 5% and it is based on the closing balance of the previous days. The maximum overall loss is 8%, it is static and it is based on your initial balance, while the profit target is 8% for phase 1 and 5% for phase 2. Finally, we have the direct account. As you can see, in this case the account balance vary from $5,000 till $100,000. The platforms where you can trade are the same, while when it comes to the payout request you either have bi-weekly with an 80% profit split, or you can opt for bi-weekly with a 90% profit split, but in this case this is an add-on, so this means that to get this type of payout split you're gonna have to pay extra money. When it comes to the maximum daily loss, in this case is 3% and is still based on the closing balance of the previous days, while when it comes to the maximum overall loss, in this case as you can see this is a trailing drawdown and it is set at 5%, so this means that the drawdown is going to follow you until you reach 5% profit. At that point the drawdown is going to lock at that amount and is not gonna follow you anymore as your profit and equity increase in the account. So now that I give you an overview of the challenges that Hola Prime offer, let me show you a few rules that you need to be aware of. So when it comes to trading rules, there are a few practices that Hola Prime prohibit, and on this page you can see a complete list. Some of them are, for example, hyperactivity or excessive trading. We have account or device sharing, gambling or speculative trading. We have arbitrage trading, using expert advisor or algorithm. It's important to notice that expert advisor are not prohibited. What is prohibited is using the same expert advisors that also other traders are using. Also, when it comes to copy trading, is not prohibited if you are copying between Hola Prime accounts that are yours, but if you start copying other accounts that are not yours or maybe belongs to relative, family members or friends, this practice is strictly prohibited. You can also not do hedging or executing reverse trading. You can also not do scalping or high frequency trading, and when it comes to news trading, pro accounts can only trade the news during the challenge phase, but once once you get to the funded stage, you're not allowed to execute any trade 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after a high impact news. Personally, by going through this list, I haven't found nothing groundbreaking. In fact, the rules and the trading practices that Hola Prime prohibit are pretty straightforward and are pretty common when it comes to proffer. That being said, there are two rules when it comes to Hola Prime that I really liked because they are in favor of the trader and there are not a lot of proffer that implement them. The first rule is about receiving your profit if you breach the daily loss limit. In fact, as you can read here, if a trader's Hola Prime account is profitable but surpasses the daily loss limit, they might still get 100% of their simulated profit or any reimbursement under this condition. Number 1, no single trade should have more simulated profit or loss than 1% of the initial account balance, and number 2, all trades should have a stop loss. So if you respect these two conditions and your account get breached because you surpassed the daily loss limit, you may still have the possibility of receiving your profit, which in my opinion is something really positive and something that basically no prop firm does. In fact, in all the other cases, if you breach your account, no matter if you have profits or not, you just lose the account and you cannot get any of the money. But with Hola Prime, as we have just seen, if you respect this condition, you might still have a chance of receiving your profits. The second rule that I really liked about Hola Prime is the auto pass. This rule basically said that you automatically pass the challenge when you hit the profit target in the challenge phase. So this means that you don't need to close a trade because the system will recognize when a trader hit the profit target and automatically pass the account. And to me this is really positive because it means that if, for example, you are away from your computer and you left a trade open, if your equity reached the account profit target, you're still gonna pass your challenge without the needing to actually close the trade. Lastly, as I told at the beginning of the video, if you can prove to be profitable long term, Hola Prime give you the opportunity to scale up your account. This basically means that you're gonna have more capital under management without the need to purchase more challenges. More precisely, as you can see here, to be eligible for scaling, traders need to achieve a total net profit of 10% over at least 4 months, and out of those 4 months, 2 must be profitable. So when it comes to the first scaling, you're gonna receive a 25% increase of capital under management. When it comes to the second scaling, you're gonna receive an Alpha Prime membership and you're also gonna have an increase of 40% of your capital under management. And for the third scaling and beyond, you're gonna receive a 50% increase each time. And if we keep scrolling down, we can also see a scale up table that basically show how our account is going to grow as time passes and we keep scaling up. Now that I give you an overview of Hola Prime, I show you what type of challenges they offer and what are the rules that you need to follow, let me log in my account to give you a tour of the back end. I'm inside my Hola Prime account, and as soon as you log in, the first thing that you're gonna see is an overview of all your challenges. In this case, what you're seeing right now is the latest challenge that I purchased, which is a $100,000 two-step Prime challenge. And if we scroll down here on the right, we can see all the login information related to the challenge, and where it says trading journey is still empty because I still haven't placed any trade on this specific challenge. In fact, if we also keep scrolling down here on the right, all the numbers are 0, and also where it says trading objective, they are still all in progress because, as I told you, I still have to place a single trade on this challenge. Below the overview, we can also have a look at all the accounts that we have, and below it we have the option to purchase a new challenge. And if we click on it, as I was telling you before, beside the Forex and CFD challenge, you also have access to the new crypto challenge that Hola Prime has just implemented. When it comes to crypto challenge, as you can see, you can either pick between a 1-step or 2-step Prime challenge, and if we scroll down, we can see a few of the characteristics of this challenge. And you can also pick a crypto direct challenge, which is basically a challenge where you skip the challenge phase and you get directly to the funded stage. And as I show you at the beginning, also for the crypto challenges, if you decide to use the coupon code STKTRD, you're gonna receive a 10% discount. Below the challenges, you can get access to the various competition. So as you can see here, we have a list of all the competition, but you can also divide them by completed, upcoming, or in progress. In this specific moment, as you can see, there are no competition currently in progress, so you can have a look at all the completed competition. As you can see, every time there are a lot of people that participate in them, and there are various prizes that you can win. And if we click on rules, we have an overview of all the prizes for the first 5 traders, and if we scroll down, we can also see all the rules related to this competition. Additionally, if we click on results, we can see where the traders that placed in the first position, we can see their username, the country, we can see what type of returns they were able to get, and we can also have access to a few more information related to the specific competition. Below this section, we have the option to download the various trading platforms that Hola Prime give us access. In fact, we can download MetaTrader 5, Match each trader, see trader, and also the X-Trade. Below the download section, we have access to the leaderboard. This is basically a leaderboard that includes all the traders inside Hola Prime, and as you can see, we can either have a look to all the traders or we can divide them based on the size of their challenges. So let's say, for example, that we want to see all the traders that purchase a $300,000 challenge. Here we can see the leaderboard of all of them. We can see how much profit they generated, what is their equity, the gains, and the country where they are from. Below the leaderboard, we have access to the economic calendar. This, to be honest with you, is not something new. In fact, most prof firms also give you access to the economic calendar inside their backend. But what I like is that you can filter based on countries, and you can also filter based on the impact on the news. So you can, for example, only look at medium to low importance news, or if you want, you can only look at high impact news. Below the calendar, you have access to all the various settings where, for example, you can add your name, your address, and also your country. It's really important that all the information that you put here are accurate, because later on, once you're gonna need to do the know your customer verification, the two information need to match. Otherwise, you might get problem or the verification may take more time than necessary. Below it, you have the opportunity to request a payout once all the requirements have been fulfilled. You have the opportunity to access all your certificate. Next, you have a section that contains multiple videos that are basically tutorials to help you use the various trading platforms that Hola Prime offer. You also have access to the various frequently asked questions. So if you have any doubt about this prop firm before consulting the customer support, you can look at the FAQ section to see if you can find a solution. And finally, you have access to the agreement, which is basically the document that you're gonna need to sign as you progress your relationship with Hola Prime. Now that you have seen the back end of Hola Prime, let me log in my account to give you an idea of the instruments that you can trade and the spreads that you can expect to get. I'm currently inside my X-Trade account that I have with Hola Prime. As you can see, the balance is $100,000 as I showed you before, and what you're seeing right now is the main dashboard. In fact, here on the left I have access to the most popular instruments that I can trade with Hola Prime. On the center I have a graph, and here on the right I have the option to open quick orders, and this is really useful because it also gives me an idea of what are the spreads for the various instruments. Personally, I spend most of my time here where it says technical analysis, because here I can have a better overview of a specific pair. I can add the various indicators based on my strategy, and as you can see, there are multiple indicators that I can pick from, while here on the left I have various drawing tools that I can use. Like, for example, I can add trend lines, or I can also draw various shapes on the chart based on what I'm doing. Going back to the trading account, as I was telling you before, here on the right where I can open a quick order, I also have access to the various spreads of the pair. So for example, for AUD CAD, currently the spread is 0.2. If I scroll down, let's say for example AUD USD, currently the spread is 0, which of course is great. CAD CHF, currently the spread is 0.3. CAD JPY 0.4. Euro AUD 0.2. Euro JPY 0.2. Let's see, for example, GBP AUD 0.7. GBP JPY 1.5, but this is normal. Usually this pair has a bit of a higher spread due to its volatility. GBP USD 0.4. Let's say for example USD CAD 0.2. So as you can see, overall I will say that Hola Prime has really good spread. In fact, we even found a pair where the spread was currently 0. So I can confidently say that no matter what is your trading strategy, if you decide to use Hola Prime, the spreads won't be a limiting factor, and if your strategy is profitable, you're gonna be able to make money and eventually pass a challenge. And as I was talking, as you can see here, two spreads for a brief period of time were at 0. So again, this is a further confirmation that the spreads that you can expect to get with Hola Prime are really good. So now that I give you a complete overview of Hola Prime, let me tell you what in my opinion are all the pros and cons about this proffer. So when it comes to pros, the first one is that news trading is allowed. In fact, as I show you, when it comes to the challenge phase, you don't have any limitation regarding news trading, while when it comes to the funded stage, if you pick a Prime account, also in this case, you won't have any limitation and you're gonna be able to trade the news and also trade through the news. The second pro of Hola Prime is the 1 hour payout. In fact, this proffer guarantees that every single payout is always gonna be processed in less than 1 hour. And while I was showing you the Discord server, we saw firsthand another trader that posted his payout and said that it was processed in around 50 minutes. So these are not claims, Hola Prime is actually fulfilling his promises. The third pro of Hola Prime is the 95% profit split. In fact, if you decide to get paid monthly, you're gonna unlock a 95% profit split, which is something really rare when it comes to proffer, because most of them usually max out at a 90% profit split. So being able to receive 95% is pretty rare, and and I'm happy that Hola Prime give us this opportunity. The fourth and last pro of Hola Prime is the one-on-one coaching. In fact, as I show you, once you get access to the Discord server, you're gonna be able to book one-on-one coaching section with profitable traders that have years of experience, and this of course is gonna help you become a better trader and sharp your skills. And now let's talk about the cons of this offer. So personally, the only cons that I found about Hola Prime is the fact that scalping is not allowed. In fact, on average, you should hold your trades for 5 to 6 minutes, because having an average holding time below this amount might get your account under more scrutiny, and you might even be marked as a gambler or an irresponsible trader, and this of course is going to prevent you from getting a funded account. So there you have it. This was my review of Hola Prime. As I told at the beginning, if you also would like to try this offer, you can do so by clicking the first link in the video description, and once you get at the checkout page, if you use the discount code STKTRD like you see right now on the screen, you are always going to receive a 10% discount. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, and until next time, happy trades!